Hi, I'm Sally Glass and welcome to Art This Week. On this week's episode, we visit the Kimbell Art Museum and speak with Kimbell Director Eric Lee about their new expansion, the Renzo Piano Pavilion. Now for Art This Week.
Hi, I'm here at the Kimbell Art Museum with Director Eric M. Lee to discuss the new Renzo Piano Pavilion. Thanks for joining us, Eric.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so to start off, how was Renzo approached initially? Was he always the guy for the job, or was there discussion?
He was selected before I came to the Kimbell, but
okay.
I think that the board of the Kimbell and the museum's leadership traveled around the United States and Europe looking at museums, and they decided that Renzo Piano was their top choice. And then they approached Renzo, and thank goodness he accepted the job, because we have a great building now as a result. But I think the Kimbell board decided that they believed Renzo Piano was the best architect of small museums, especially, and they were so happy with museums such as the Byler in Switzerland, the Menil in Houston, and the Nasher next door in Dallas.
Did the Kimbell board have an initial sort of plan? Were they wanting him to do something that was very much, stylistically in keeping with the Kahn building, or did that sort of evolve out of Renzo's workshop?
Well, I think it was very important that the building honor Kahn, and I've heard Kay Fortson, the president of the Kimbell board, say that she knew that Renzo would honor Kahn, and I think he's done absolutely that. So that was there from the very beginning. Nothing could be done that would be disrespectful of Louis Kahn, and the board knew that Renzo would not do anything disrespectful. But at the same time, Renzo has very much built a building that's a reflection of himself. The building is both deferential to Kahn, yet it stands on its own and is an expression of who Piano is as an architect.
So obviously one of the most important things about the new building is the ability to show art better.
Absolutely.
We're standing in front of these beautiful bouchers, these beautiful grand bouchers. Can you talk for a moment about what the new walls are allowing the Kimbell to do with its collection?
Well, first of all, we have so much more space. Before, whenever we had a special exhibition, like the great exhibition from Chicago, The Age of Picasso and Matisse, we'd have to put a large portion of the permanent collection in storage. Now we can have most of the permanent collection on view at the same time that we have special exhibitions. And we can show works like these four magnificent bouchers hanging together all at once. We rarely showed all four in the Kahn building. Usually one, maybe two, but almost never four. But even when we did show four, they had to hang on the end walls of the Kahn building. They could not hang on the side walls, which are not tall enough. And now we have all four of them here together. And I also want to say that the concrete on which they're hanging is very special as concrete. We wanted a very light colored concrete because we knew we'd hang old master paintings on the concrete. And these walls are 2% by volume titanium, which gives the concrete this very light gray color and this very silky, crisp sort of finish. And I think paintings look absolutely fantastic on the concrete. A lot of people questioned whether it was okay to hang old masters on concrete, but I think there's no question that it works extremely well, especially when paintings have a bluish tone to them, as do these bouchers. And the bouchers look absolutely spectacular. I had never given these bouchers that much thought in the Kahn building, but now hanging in the piano building, I consider these among the highlights of the collection.
Another one of the things the new building is allowing is for an increased sized auditorium and also some classrooms for educational programs. Can you talk about some of the new programming for the auditoriums and classrooms?
Well, music is going to be a much more important part of the programming of the Kimbell. We also intend to collaborate with local music organizations like the Clyburn Foundation, the Symphony, and the Fort Worth Opera. And so I very much look forward to hearing great concerts in the auditorium. It also is going to be a wonderful space for viewing films. And I saw just a few days ago a film being screened there for the first time, and we're testing out the system. And it is a fantastic space. The screen is very large, the sound is great, you feel like you're in a movie theater. And we intend to show probably not current releases. That's what the Modern does across the street. And they will continue to do that. We'll probably show more classic films. We'll have a film series collaborating with the Lone Star Film Festival that complements the special exhibitions that we have. But film will also be a more important part of what we do.
The site of the new piano building is in a place surrounded by lots of great architecture, museum-wise. What do you think the new piano building is adding to that architectural dialogue here in Fort Worth?
Well, he's added certainly another masterpiece building to the cultural district. And it's a building very much up to date. It's a building that looks to the past. It looks to Louis Kahn, yet it's very much up to date and a reflection of Renzo Piano himself. In many ways, Kahn, when he built the Kimbell, he was looking to the past as well. He was looking to ancient Rome and antiquity, as well as perhaps to nearby at the stock. And some people have speculated that he was inspired by the stock barns next door at Will Rogers. That could be true. You never know. Great artists draw from all sorts of sources, from history to everyday life, and they make these works, take these sources and draw inspiration from them, and then make it their own. But Kahn was looking at antiquity and these various sources, but then creating a building that was very much an expression of himself as an architect. And Renzo Piano was doing that as well, but I think he was looking at Louis Kahn, actually. And then he created this building that's, again, very much an expression of himself as an architect.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. The new building looks amazing. The collection looks amazing inside of it.
Well, thank you.
And we appreciate your time.
Well, thanks.
We want to thank Eric for speaking with us. For more information on the expansion, go to kimbellart.org. That's it for Art This Week. Thanks for watching.
I still got your Polaroid.